Good morning, good
Where the
morning, good
money
morning.
reside. Good morning, good morning. Where the money reside. Where the money reside. Where the money reside. Yeah, man.
I'm trying to think
This right
who
here,
made that song,
um,
man.
huh?
Who made this song?
It was like it was a meme. I don't think it was a real song.
Oh, that was a dude in Louisiana did it.
Yeah,
Now I'm thinking
exactly.
about it. Yeah. Good
Exactly.
morning. Welcome to another No Stingy Energy show.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, now I remember he's working at the Honda dealership. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was in Baton Rouge.
Yes, indeed. So, one thing though, for sure, I like about this particular conversation, we got a few people that we bringing on, a few guests that we
Mm-hmm.
bringing on today because we want to talk about where the money resides in different markets across the country, as well as what's working for us, like what's working, right? Um, Hopefully we can get some folk to get up here and matter of fact, I know some folk gonna get up here and talk about what they doing and not something theoretically, because everything, like we say, everything works in theory. You know what I'm saying? Like all business plans have a net positive profit.
In
Um,
theory.
in theory. Right. So we want to talk about what's actually working, where the actual income is coming from, specifically depending on your market. Right. So that's what we want to talk about today. You got anything special you excited about?
Um, the most exciting thing is as an investor, you have to be multifunctional. You got to be able to pivot because market switches at any time, and sometimes you could see it coming, sometimes you can't. So you got to be knowledgeable enough to switch, and you have to know different levels of real estate in case it does switch. You can still make money and survive. That's what I'm
Absolutely.
excited about. That's what I'm excited
That
about.
pivot, the pivot potential, the pivot opportunity.
You got to have it in any business you're in, but for sure, real estate they have so many different lanes you can pivot in. You just got to make sure you know multiple things than the main thing that you do.
Absolutely.
Because your main thing may dry up one day.
That's a figgity fact.
You know.
It's a figgity fact. Well, let's go ahead and get this show kicked off. And listen, we're gonna see y'all on the other side. I was jamming.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? Listen, my name is Byron, real estate investor out of Houston, Texas, primarily focused on the wholesale space, do a little bit of creative finance, fix and flip, new construction, new to the build to rent space, proud owner, co-owner of First Choice Development, where we help investors take their ideas and turn them into brand new construction, beautiful properties that they can rent, live in, whatever they decide to do. And that's me. And if you're looking for any new construction, remodeling, roofing, anything of that nature, definitely reach out to me at First Choice Development, especially if it's here in Houston, and I got you covered. Oh, what's going on, man?
Good morning. Neil Parker, real estate investor, entrepreneur out of Lafayette, Louisiana. Been in real estate since 2016, full time since 2020. Do all things real estate, but really love and enjoy rentals and passive income. I'm also an educator, teaching people how to get started in real estate as well. Leverage to Wealth. We got a new group starting soon. We teach live classes on Mondays at 7 p.m. Central. So if you're interested in that, make sure you reach out. And then we also do construction. So if you're interested in any construction needs, reach out to us as well. We can help you out. It's hurricane season, so the roofs may get a little leaky. Can help you out with the high winds.
Yeah, man, you don't want to be running around here with no leaky roof when you can have a
Uh,
leak-proof roof. What we
that's
doing?
it. That's it. That's it. You got that's one of the top investments on the home is the roof. If the roof is messed up, it could mess up other things. It could cost you more money. So
It's a
if you need
big
some roof
fact.
work done, let us know.
Yes, indeed. Listen, man, we got some special guests that's pulling up today, and I'm excited about it because what we got is some people who are making money all across the country. And we want to hear different perspectives as to what is actually working. Again, what is working? This is definitely going to be one of those shows where you want to keep your pen and your pad, right? If you want to come on and talk to us, hit the link, join in to the discussion because we want to talk about what is actually working. The reason why these conversations is important is because O mentioned it earlier, right? The pivot game, right? And matter of fact, I want to introduce one of the. I didn't even know the pivot. His pivot game was as strong as it is. I had no idea. I had no idea. But we just recently had him on the podcast, and he was just breaking down how his strategy was the pivot game from day one, right? He dialed in a little bit, but really he just kind of stayed fluid in his approach to real estate investing. So I think that's going to be real dope for him to kind of break that down. Man, we got my guy, Sawan, in the building. What's going on, Sawan?
Up, fellas? Hope y'all doing all
What's
right this
up? What's
morning.
up? Hey man,
Oh, man, we
appreciate you
blessed.
coming early this morning, man. A little early.
Absolutely. Well, I love it. I love it. I need a reason to get up in the morning. Honestly, it's perfect.
Yes, indeed, man. Listen, I just want to give you a chance to kind of introduce yourself to the people who may not know.
Absolutely. First of all, I'm gonna have to get my camera set up a little crispy because I got it looking nice.
Oh, man, appreciate it, man.
Yeah. But I'm Sawan Belcher. This is me taking action. That's typically how people find me. But I'm a full-time real estate investor here in Greensboro, North Carolina. And our I call it our investment firm. We do a little bit of a little myriad of everything. So we got some rentals, we got some fix and flip projects going on. um, we got some land and new construction going on. We got a little bit of everything. So we've always ran it like that, so that way we can make the most amount of money, you know, per deal, so we can increase that. So
Love it.
mhm.
Love it. Love it.
Which one is your favorite strategy out of all of them? I'm sure
Out
you're gonna
of
like all
all
of them.
of them, so my glasses look crooked in here, but um,
Little crooked, little
uh,
crooked.
there they are. They are. I don't know what it is, my headphones or something, but I guess I'll rock with it. I don't know. Anyway,
Just lean a little bit like this here. You be
they
all right.
are. They are. I don't know where they're going today, but they going somewhere. Uh, Out of my favorite, it's probably gonna be rentals. It's probably gonna be rentals. So it's probably gonna be rentals because I like the inventory. So I like wholesaling, but at the same time, I like the rentals because it's just wholesaling over time. It gives you a chance to make some money while you hold them, and it gives you a chance to build up equity. And in my experience, I prefer to make 100 grand over making 30 or 40. For example, I'm selling one that's closing on the 15th of July. Wood Green. I bought for what did I buy that one for? I bought it for like 110, 3.2 in Winston-Salem. I don't know what the freak my glasses is doing this morning. Um, but
You think dancing like Ray J Glass.
they are killing it. But I bought it for like 105 or 110, something like that, 4 years ago. And we just got it on the contract to sell with the tenant in it, okay, for 270.
Damn.
And yeah, I mean, but in my opinion, that's the power of rental property. That's the power of inventory, is keeping property until it's the best time to sell. So that's probably my favorite.
So hold on, wait, how much profit is in that deal?
So like I said, right
like
now,
160.
we owe 85,000.
So it's a
Wow.
200, 190,
Yeah.
180
Yeah, like
after fees and everything.
I
Go
haven't
ahead,
even done the math because, like I told you, what my plan is, Byron. I'm paying off my house, so
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, it's good enough for me to sell.
And when did you buy the house? What year?
I bought that 2020.
Wow.
Yeah, I bought that
So,
2020,
so I know.
January of 2020.
I think we need to talk a little deeper about actually owning properties and owning real estate because our culture loves fast money.
Facts.
We like it in and out. We like wholesale. We like flipping. Like, why y'all feel our culture don't like rentals like that? Because you got to realize if they got 100 black real estate investors, they probably maybe have 5% would be like, man, I like rentals. Why y'all think that is?
I don't know. I don't think it's that black people don't like rentals. For me, where I live, I think it's just black people aren't in the game. And
Just period.
just to be honest, I mean, there's definitely some of us, a few of us, but it's just like we're not even in the game. And then a lot of times we'll get lost in the sauce with wholesaling too. Like, a
Man,
couple of guys will
wholesaling
find
take over.
yeah, they find wholesaling, and then and with respect, the game get fucked up in wholesaling, and you ain't got nothing to bounce back on. And I honestly think that's one thing that I did good, and so I picked up some creative deals, picked up some subject to deals, and when things get weak,
Which they did.
yeah, your team get lost, you get sick, or something happens, you got some inventory to sell. But those guys, you know, when stuff go down, it just go down. It's that's just it. And but honestly, it's not if for my market at least, it's really not a lot of black guys out here doing this. It's really not.
Well, what I hear all the time is like, why would I spend 90,000 to only make $300? Why would I put up? Let's just say if you had to put a down payment, why would I put 10,000 up to make $250 a month? If I could just wholesale this deal and make 10,000 right now. So I don't know. Have y'all heard this before? I hear this all the time.
I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, I hear that.
Like, why would I hold this property for 10 years, 15 years, and only make 6,000 a year? If the toilet break, the plumbing get messed up, the cash flow is wiped out. So, because we gotta approach it from the aspect of what people think, and this is what I hear all the time. So, what's your feedback to that, Sawan?
I mean, I think that's just gas tank on E mentality. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's gas tank on E mentality. I mean, seriously. And also it does take more than what most people think, but that's just anything in life. I know a lot of people when I go into the barbershop and they, I sit down and they're inspired by what I'm doing or something. I was like, man, yeah, I just need me about 10, I just need me about 10 of them. And I'm just like, nah, bro, at least make it 20, at least 20, and it's just because their mindset, they don't know. They really, and like I told them, I was like, bro, y'all really need 100, you really need 100. But everybody thinks that their success track is so low, like so barrier to entry. I call that your mindset is on E, because your car will run on E, but it just won't run far, And so people haven't adjusted their thermostat, their financial thermostat, to where it actually should be. I mean, me personally, I'll take my metrics on my rentals is 350 net. I mean, I'll take the 350 net a door. I'm totally fine with that. I'm actually taking back property management on August 1, and I'm looking at rents and how we're gonna adjust things and new leases, refinance portfolio and all that good stuff. And 350 net looked good to me. So
that's how mine was when I first started. I needed 300 minimum, but I wanted to be around 350, and then it grows as you become a better investor. That cash flow gets
Yeah,
bigger and bigger. But
absolutely.
I think the minimum should be 350, 300.
Yeah, it's total, bro. It's I don't know. I don't see anything. I don't see anything wrong with it. So we're
Yeah, I don't
you
see
know
nothing wrong with that.
yeah, we're just over 60. So I mean, you can do the math, and you can do the math. See, but the
It's
thing
a
is,
bag, bro.
it's a bag, bro. It really is. But there's also plays inside of that. So like right now, like I told you, like right now, I'm kind of looking at my portfolio. There's a couple things that I can. Well, the first thing I'm doing is any house that I can make 100 grand or more on, I'm selling it. Okay.
What's the
So
reason for that?
right now I'm paying off my personal property. So that's my reason for while I'm doing that. So I'm paying off my personal property because I want it free and clear. And my next step after that is I want to do a first position HELOC so I can lend. Okay. And yeah, so I just love that. So I believe, okay, I don't know for sure. We did a desktop appraisal last year and it appraised at like 1.7. I bought it for 1.2. So you can see how that should help
Damn.
me out. Yeah. And okay. Secondly, my portfolio, there's a couple things that I can do with my portfolio that I was talking to, a couple banks about. Is the properties that I choose to refinance, I could just put in one big lump sum, I could just put in one big, cash out refi and do like a portfolio loan, and get a nice size cash out as well. So that way I can have some funds to go shopping with. Or I could do, a rental portfolio HELOC as well. Maybe put 10 or 15 in there. And I mean, if you guys do math, I mean, we talking millions, by the way. So you see what I'm saying? If you
Absolutely.
yeah, so like um yeah, it's just so many different plays. And when you hold in property like that, you just have so many more options than just somebody selling paper. You know, and
Mm.
you know what I mean? And I can make these options at any time I want. Like I could just keep it plain Jane born right now and just keep it rentals and Section 8 is great, up
I
the
don't. So
rent
why?
$75.
I don't think a lot of people understand that the difference between, like, if you wholesale a deal, cool, you made 20,000, but you made 20,000 very fast. So just like you got it, it's gonna go that fast.
Absolutely.
Like with bills, payroll, some problem will happen in your life that's gonna cost some money. Soon
Absolutely.
as you get that, soon as you get that 20,000, it just
Right.
be
And
like that.
Like I told Byron, bro, money go fast, bro.
Oh
Real
Money
quick,
yeah,
fast, especially if you want something out of life.
yeah,
Don't want
bro.
to start a podcast and you paying for your setup or your editing or your videos or whatever. Want to start a house flipping company, hiring people, buying data, whatever.
yeah.
20,000, bro. You spend that
Yeah, bro.
in one thing.
That could be gone
Gone.
in 2 days, bro.
you
Shit.
know, shoot.
But
What?
So
I think with the rentals, man, you get a little bit of all that because if you
yeah,
buy that deep enough discount, you can wholesale the deal to yourself, make the 20,000. You're still making 300 a month, 350 a month, and the property is steadily going up in value every month, every day, and the rent is going up every year. So it's like, why would I wholesale every deal if I can buy, let's just say, 25% of them, and I'm building my wealth, my
absolutely,
my cash flow is going up. It's covering bills. I'm still making 10,000 up front, 20,000, whatever. And let's just say in 5 years, we in a position we got 50 and 20. I can do a cash out refinance, pull out 300,000 tax free, and I still got my rentals.
absolutely. I mean, buy 50, 60% of your deals, in my opinion. But
Yeah, I think way more than that. I think you should be able
like
to buy 50%.
I think it's okay, like, and some people just need that assurance. Like, bro, it is okay. Like, just
Yeah,
buy. That's what the most wealthy of the wealthy is doing. Okay, but let me say this because it hasn't always been like a perfect method to the madness. But when I was wholesaling a lot, the deals I knew I was going to keep was the ones that a seller would agree to seller finance with zero money down. Anytime the seller would say they would sell to me and they only needed the first monthly payment at closing, that was kind of like my criteria while I
the
was
green
wholesaling.
flag.
Boom, that's mine. I got it. You know what I mean? Like no questions. That's mine. And because of course, they do seller financing. I put a lease option tenant in there. We collect an option fee of 10 or 15,000. Boom. You get a promise to pay in 36 months. Boom, boom, pow. So you guys might have to, people that's listening to this, they might have to start somewhere like that, because you have to think, how can I? You can't think like, well, I can't do that because,
There's always a way.
there's always a way. There's always a way. And that was my way at the time. And it's slowly evolved, because especially like when you start getting seller financing deals and the seller say, well, I'll do it, is a great deal, but they need 20,000. And then it forces you to raise 20,000. And then next thing you know, you get an amazing deal and you need $40,000. And then it forces you to raise 40,000. And then at that point, shit, now we can do a burr. Like if you don't raise 40,000 before, you definitely can raise 100 grand, 150 grand and do you a nice burr deal. And that's kind of how
people think.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. What are you excited about right now, Sawan, in terms of real estate? Like when you think real estate,
about these glasses getting straight. Sorry about that.
It's funny because I think what's happening is you're adjusting it on the wrong side.
I think it's the camera.
Yeah, because it's backwards, right? So you adjusting it. You think you adjusting in the right side, but you really just need to put your hand on the left side, and I think you'll be all right.
It's the camera making it look funny. Anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
But what are you most excited about in terms of making money? Like when you're thinking, okay, I'm making money in real estate, or I need to make money in real estate. What got you most excited? And then I want to pivot that to, what do you feel somebody who's listening in who may be new to the space? Wow. What do you feel like that person needs to kind of be pivoting their energy?
Well, first of all, this is business. So you have to figure out what makes you happy. Like what gets your shit tingling. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to change, and be willing to change with it. Because at some point, I remember, I was just like, ooh, if I could just get my hand on a $20,000 deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was chasing that $20,000 deal. And I got that $20,000 deal. And next thing, when I got the first one, it came back to back to back to back 20. So I was like, God damn. But it got boring. It got boring after I kept getting them like that.
Yeah.
And then I met Austin Rutherford in California. And he told me that, his game was raising money. So I instantly went into all in. I'm raising money, And but this time I was only raising, y'all probably remember this, I was only raising 30-year notes. If you wasn't giving me a 30-year note, 20-year note, I ain't want your money, And so I went all in on that, and I got excited about all of those deals that I was buying on 20 and 30-year notes. I was telling everybody it was fun, and it just kept changing. It just kept changing. So what I'm excited about right now in real estate, man, I'm really number one, I'm just excited to be a big player, because at this point, the way my brain thinks, and anytime I tell people the way my brain is thinking, it just happened to me 2 days ago. One of my realtors, he's just like, yo, I just love the way your brain thinks. The way my brain thinks, I know at this point I'm a big player. I know there's other guys that's doing more deals than me and doing bigger deals and all that good stuff. But at this point, if there's a deal that I want to do, I know I have the ability to do it, And so I'm excited about that part.
How do you get to a big player status for somebody who's listening in thinking like,
how you get that confidence?
Yeah. Where does that even come from? And how does somebody even get there? Because a lot of people look at that gap. Because here's the thing. I think where most people struggle, honestly, is that first deal. It's the first deal gap, right? I think that's the biggest gap in real estate. For most people struggle from 0 deals, never done anything, to getting one thing. That's the biggest gap. How do people close that gap, right? And then put something in perpetual motion?
Well, see, my first deal probably came different than a lot of people's. So my first deal, I was at the car dealership. I got the deal off the MLS. It was bank owned, and I used an FHA loan for her. Now, my girlfriend at the time, my wife now, she didn't want to move in. So we ended up renting it out. And so I know most people don't do that because number one, FHA loans, you're supposed to live there, owner occupied that first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but she just didn't want to move in. So I was just like, forget it, we're gonna rent it out. And so we rented that out, So however you have to do your first deal, you know what I mean? Whatever is best, whatever is quickest that you can do. So some of you guys might got a 640 credit score and y'all might make 55,000 on your job. That's perfect for you to get yourself a loan. So don't think you gotta go wholesale. Don't think you gotta go wholesale. Just go get you one. Go get you pre-qualified, Or some of you guys, might be door knocking this summer and selling pest control. You already door knocking. That's driving for dollars. That's talking to people. All you got to do is when they don't accept your pest offer, you slide in your I'll buy houses card.
Yeah.
That's it. And so I think wherever you are right now, that's where people should start at. I hate when a lot of people are, a lot of people. This one guy, he came to me, he's selling HVACs, but he's trying to do cold calling. I said, bro, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. So I said, how do you get your HVAC leads? He said, well, I run advertising online. I said, well, boom, you need to run advertising online for your house business. How you
vertically integrated?
Yeah, that's whatever
you're doing it.
Exactly. Whatever and the same way for me, I was at the car dealership. So I was already talking to people, already selling cars. What I did was I told everybody that I sold a car to that I buy houses. And I remember some guys, we go on a test drive and we stopped by one of my houses, and because that's just what I was already doing, and even when I was doing test drives, I'm adding houses into Deal Machine. I'm texting while we on the test drive, That's where I think people should get started. And it doesn't matter how you want to do it, whether you want to get a traditional loan, whether you're a salesperson and you think you got that sauce and you can, get them to agree to terms or subject to, or whether you just need to go buy it from a wholesaler or an agent that has one off market, whatever. I think that's where you start, is where you are.
I'm happy you said it because a lot of people, like you said, they be in a certain position, but they want to pivot to a whole nother thing. Like, if you selling anything, just try to make conversations, tell people what you do. If you sell cars, if you're a dental assistant, if you work at a school, tell the other teachers, yeah, I buy houses on my free time. That's how you start. And then I also want to say that if you have a 620 and make 45, 50,000 a year, it's a lot easier to get a loan than it is to wholesale a property.
And you
way easier.
And you qualify for all types of incentives, from all kind of government assistance programs that can help you get into property. Crazy.
Yeah, and they have multiple different loans you can get. It's not just the FHA. It's not just conventional. They have plenty of loans. They got commercial loans. So I just want to open people's eyes and realize you need money in real estate, but you don't need a lot of money to get started. You do not need a lot of money to get started. You just got to figure out what you have in your bank account. How's your credit? Go make a move. And I would say that first house that you do buy, try to make it an easy purchase, like cosmetic. You need paint, flooring, something like that. Maybe a roof. You don't want to go in there. The electrical's done. The foundation's horrible. Need a new It needs new AC. Need a new roof. Just try to make it an easy purchase so you can transition to bigger deals.
Yeah, and that's what I did, because like I bought houses where like it was just ugly but not like broken, and so I wouldn't do shit to it. I just put it up for rent just like that.
Just like that.
And when tenants walk in, like, hey, you doing anything? We're gonna clean it. We're gonna clean it for you. But it's a house.
Yeah, make it work.
Cool with it.
Yeah,
and they cool with it.
Everybody need a place to stay, and that's a fact.
That's it. And I would say, you know, if you do go that route of buying a house, just make sure you pay somebody in your area that's mentor somebody to make sure they're running numbers for you, that you have enough equity that you could run a play later, refinance. Like in a year, make sure you have enough room to refinance to pull out another 5 to 10,000 so you can make another play. Only refinance if you have a play to make. Don't just refinance it because you hear us talking about it.
That's a
No,
fact.
facts.
Facts.
Some people just be refinancing.
Yeah, refund taking money out of the bank account or out of your investment account should be used for another bigger investment. That's the way I see it. All of your little houses, you know, that's on your board, those are little bank accounts. You know what I'm saying? That's really how I see it. I'm telling, it's a mentality for me though. We just buying back our freedom though. You know, I was watching a Kim McElroy video last night, and you know, this guy's doing the same thing. He got like 40,000 doors. All those guys do is sit there, analyze deals, and make offers. That's all they doing. And then they train somebody else to sit there, analyze, and make offers for them. And that's literally the game. I mean, it's not. And these guys is, you know, 50 years old. You know what I'm saying?
He's watching
And
on
they've been,
YouTube.
yeah, absolutely. I get inspired. You know, I get inspired by seeing these guys do it like that. You know, it's amazing how fast the internet is. You know, we got billionaires on the internet giving game daily.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, he had a video yesterday, and I was like, yo, this is amazing. I was because one of my investors is in a mastermind. Kendall is in a mastermind with Kim McElroy and a couple guys from Bigger Pockets, and he's always talking to me. Right now, they're in Alaska. Yeah, they're so they, you know, have Go Abundance. I don't know if you're familiar with that mastermind, but then Go Abundance has like a family mastermind, to where, you know, you don't, it's not just you going to the mastermind, it's you, your wife, and your kids. So,
Whoa.
yeah, right. And so they're
That's
in
next
Alaska.
level.
Yeah, it really is, because of course you're having your kids connect with Kim McElroy's kids and Brandon Turner's kids.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
you see what I'm saying? And
And you
that's
know
why,
what's crazy? I like that, man, because, you know, and this is just something that I want to put out there, right? And it may not be the case for a lot of people, but what I've noticed, um, a lot of the wives of successful men, right? Sometimes it can be a struggle for them to find friendship,
yeah,
right? Genuine friendship, because
People that understand too.
people that understand, because a lot of the women in their personal peer group hate on them unless they're some type of influencer or some type, or they either get hated on or they become like a resource to people. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, how do you manage, you know what I'm saying? How do you manage that reality, you
yeah.
know?
At
For
first,
the
I
most
thought,
part, they get hated on because they don't,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
they,
At
Yeah,
they
for the
first,
can do
most
what
part,
they
they get
want.
hated on, and then it's like, okay, well, you know what? You my only friend. You know what I mean? And they don't friend with a lot of people. This is a real life. A lot of women don't talk about this.
yeah. No, that's real. That's real deal. Because at first I thought, you know, I was just gonna keep my wife busy at church. You know, have her be in dance and, you know,
Yeah,
be on these different boards and stuff. You know, that's
She
what
get
I
hated
thought.
at church too.
Exactly. And it's like, and it's real, and it's real. And so then I tried to, like, you know, befriend her with like entrepreneur females, you know, in the
yeah,
hair salon. It turns out they single and they hating as well. And it's so, no, it's a real life thing. And honestly, you know, with marriage is a whole nother level. We need to have
yeah.
like a marriage conversation. But are you guys married yet?
We both
Yeah,
married, man.
Oh,
What do
let's
you
get it.
yeah.
Let's get it.
I'll be getting some change, man.
mean?
Yeah. Byron, how long you been married?
About a year, man.
About a year. Okay,
Get
that's
some change.
that's what's up. So look, so I'm 9 years in, and yeah, so I'm 9 years in. So this
And
is
you're
like,
a veteran.
Yeah,
we working. It's a marathon, but no, that's definitely been tough. And even giving my wife, see, at first when I'm having a lot of success in real estate and I'm going full time and all those good things, a lot of people are giving me recognition that know us locally. They're like, oh, you know what I mean? And she didn't know how to handle that at first. Like, you know, is she not special? You know, is she supposed to be a part, or he's keeping me out of stuff and away from stuff on purpose? You know, all of these things is kind of going through her mind. you know. And so you have to find a way in marriage to, you know, have your wife be a part, you know, even if she doesn't want to be a part. So being a part might be, I don't know if any, well, I met I met Brian down in Phoenix. You know, I take her with me to the masterminds, you know, and we go on the trips. Even when we was in Texas, we go on the trips together. Now she absolutely hates and is disgusted by going to the conference, but she loves going on the trips with me.
She
And
get
but
a
that makes
vacation.
her that makes her feel apart. You know, that makes her feel apart. You know, and so you do have to find ways to, you know, to put your wife in it so she don't get lost in the sauce and the devil start talking to her, you know, and next thing you know, she got you eating the apple off of the tree. You know, you don't want that.
Not
You don't want
Adam and Eve. Wait a minute, man.
you know,
Not you didn't
That's
turn
real.
into Adam. You didn't betray God. My Jesus.
but that's literally how the
Yeah, that's
conversation
real
happened.
talk.
That's literally because, you know, because Adam and Eve was already had the conversation with God, and then Adam walked away for just a second, and the devil had a chance to say, "Well, did he surely say?" He, you know, that's all he said to Eve, and now Eve twisting up Adam, you
Yeah.
know, making him feel bad, you know, for not wanting to eat this, eat the apples off this tree. But that's literally how marriage happens, you know, with respect, you know.
Yeah.
That's not.
Anyway, but
I
that's yeah.
I so I agree with you saying. I know for me, you know, I taught my wife about business credit. Make your LLC, get business credit. You ran up the business credit, and I teach her different strategies in real estate. So let's just say something happened to me, she can step in and still get it running. Because I noticed, like,
Has she gravitated to any of those teachings and actually done them?
yeah, she got like 4 LLCs. She got business credit. Shit,
Uh-huh.
she even want to learn how to cold call now. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I do that slowly is because if something ever happened to me, she could step in and keep it running instead of selling them all or letting it go to shit and just, you know, become on a wholesale list. So I think
Absolutely.
that's important
Fact.
because a lot of successful husbands never take the time out to teach their wife, or their wife really not interested.
I think it'd be more of that a lot of
Yeah.
time.
My wife is
But
not she says she's interested, but she really not.
most
Yeah.
women not, but you gotta have conversations with them and let them know this is for us, this is for the kids, for the future. Like,
Yeah.
if I don't have your support, this shit may fall.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
no,
you gotta let them know like the kids gonna be dependent on you to make this shit happen. If you don't really take the time out to learn, you failing our legacy, our last name, and the kids.
Mm.
absolutely. And bro, you guys got life insurance, right?
Oh yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course, a
Yeah.
lot of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. See, we're right here, us three, rare, rare,
Yeah,
rare.
and
Married, moving
a
forward
lot.
in this.
I'm about to say a lot of people that's entrepreneurs don't even have life insurance. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's
Yeah. No,
crazy.
it's crazy because you know, I don't know if you guys can do math, you know, that's here on live, but if you count how many houses, you know, Byron and O'Neill and I have, and you think about the mortgages that we have, because we're doing no money deals, you know, so
Mhm.
that means we're leveraging mortgage. You know, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but we're leveraging all of these mortgages, and when we pass away, because we will, you know, that debt will still be there, and so you do have to have a plan to get rid of it. And one of the best plans that I ever heard was from one of my Patel friends that I sold a bunch of Hondas to. But he said number one, they always get life insurance on the oldest person in the family, and those siblings split the life insurance.
Because
And
it
of
will be
course,
expensive, but it's worth
yeah,
it.
because it will be expensive. And of course, that life insurance goes to cover all of his debts and all of the kids get paid. And they did that. And this guy, Mr. PJ, he said they have been doing that. His family been doing that for the last 4
It's a
generations.
cycle.
It's a
Yeah.
cycle. It's a cycle. And so, you know, so you don't have to
My
tell me
dad,
I got life insurance. Yeah.
my dad told me that when I was 17, 18, bro.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because we was gonna put life insurance on one of my grandmas. Like she was too old for us to do it. She was too old. She had some type of sickness. Because of course, life insurance is not gonna fund if you have
Right.
certain diseases or sicknesses.
Right.
But they do have I learned this recently, I think from Al. They do have some policies that they'll fund. I mean, that they'll do, but they're like extremely expensive. But it makes sense to pay that extremely expensive fee because you may get 2 million from the back end if you paid 200,000.
Absolutely.
But you got to make sure you got to have the money to pay for that.
You gotta have the right coverage.
You may be paying 7,000-8,000 a month. You know. But Don, what's going on, Mr. Don?
What's going on?
Hey, listen, you had Sawan in here, and I saw that you guys talking about real estate, and and I'm jumping in the game, getting my feet wet.
Yeah.
So Sawan, I got a question. I got a question for Sawan.
Let's do it.
I just did my first deal. Byron helped me out with it, and talk to the people who do their first deal with a mentor, and then want to cut their mentor loose.
Oh my gosh, whew, that's tough, heavy. Now, first of all, what kind of deal did you do?
It was a wholesale deal.
It's a wholesale deal. Okay, nice. All right, so this is that's perfect. Lord help me, Jesus. Okay, see, this happens all the time, in my opinion. Okay, all the time. And so I'm gonna speak about it in like in like an office standpoint, because we hire people to come into our office and we train them, and then boom, they do a deal, right? And a lot of people, start either taking mentorship from us or start working in the office because they want to learn. And once they do that first deal in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 2 months, they're like, "Oh, I got the juice now and I'm gone." But really, they don't even understand that's not how God blesses us. A lot of the times, God blesses us by just connecting with a relationship, and so you just got a little piece. You might have learned a little bit, but you ain't got the whole story. You only got the whole story right now because you connected to the other half of the mountain. And so that happens all the time. And that's why I like connecting with mentors. For me, like if I'm hiring a mentor, I need a long-term kind of planned relationship with my mentor, because I'm gonna need to work with you for a while. We're gonna be working with each other at least for 6 months to a year, so I can get all I need. You know what I mean? I don't like those. I don't like those like we're gonna do mentorship for 30 days or a week. I don't really like those. I need to work with you for a while so I can get everything I need, because I need new private money guys. I need new strategies, and I want to be with you for so long we can pull the whole play off. We can do the whole play together. You know what I mean? I want to make some money together, so the next time we do something together, we ain't gotta pay you. Because we making money together now.
You want a real relationship.
I want a real relationship. Absolutely. I want a real relationship.
Not a 60-day relationship.
Absolutely.
For me, it's more about the problems. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times we get caught up, right? Mentorship to me is not about just the wins. It's about how to navigate the problems. Absolutely. Because what we don't realize is that the money is really in the problems. Absolutely. Right? The money is really in the overcoming.
Absolutely.
The money is really in how do I navigate this situation, right? And so what you realize, you'll hit a couple licks and you'll win, right? But what happens when you run across that situation?
Absolutely.
And when you run across that situation, how do you navigate it successfully instead of throwing that situation back into the bucket because you don't have the foresight to understand this is actually possible.
Wow.
This is actually something I can overcome.
Wow.
Right. But the knowledge gap blocks you from being able to make that transition from situation to blessing.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, you hit that right on the head. You hit that right on the, because I see so many people throw away a deal and it's like, why'd you do that? You missed it. I had a realtor yesterday. Because a lot of my leads come from, I have this realtor newsletter. For you guys that want to do this, y'all can. So realtors don't realize that investors are way better clients than owner-occupied buyers. Okay. Wow. So what I do is, so I bought a list from another realtor, because in the MLS, they can get a list of all the names of every agent, phone number, and email address. All they got to do is search through the MLS. Anyway, so I bought a list of all the agents in the area, put it in constant contact, and I do a weekly newsletter, and I tell success stories about my deals and how they can make money with investors. Anyway, somebody called yesterday and said, hey, I just want to understand how I can do business with you. And one of the first things I ask them is like, who's your main client? She's at owner occupied. And she said, but I think I got a deal for you. I got this lady right now that has a rental property, and she's trying to get this lady out of the house. And she said that she'll be ready to sell it, after we get the lady out of the house, and after we get the house fixed up, then I'll let you know. And I said, see, your thinking is wrong. Your whole the way you're thinking is completely wrong. See, because you shouldn't be telling me that, that story like that. You should be telling me, hey, I got this lady that, she's trying to get this tenant out, but she's having a hard time. Let me ask her, would she consider selling it while the tenant is in place and allowing somebody else to deal with that headache? And when I said that to her, a light bulb went off in her head. She was like, oh my gosh, what this lady she might want to sell. And she's like, she might want to sell right now without that. And I said, that's how you need to be thinking if you're working with investors. It's just a little difference in the way you're thinking. But if you don't have somebody to tell you that, then how many opportunities have you missed? That's what I told her. I was like, how many times has this happened in your career and you didn't even understand that you could be getting the bag right now instead of 8 months later?
Right.
But that's just because the right person in your circle that you're bringing up these kind of opportunities to, that you're talking to.
That's a
fact.
Yep. And they can make more than 3%.
Absolutely. That went over her head. I shouldn't even have told her that part.
I've done that so many times, bro. And that's one thing I do like about even in our office is that, you got so many minds, brilliant minds too, that think differently. It's been so many times, bro. And that one thing I do like about it, when you go in our office, we just got, you got Brian in there, you got Coop in there, right? You got all these random investors that just pop up from time to time. You got Al next door, right? And so what'll happen is a lot of times, man, we'll just be talking about deals. We'll be talking about dilemmas. And we don't be realizing is that we create these blockages for ourselves a lot of times. We don't know that we're doing it, right? In our mind, we're just thinking with our, limited wisdom, we're thinking that we're problem solving or we're really looking out for the potential issue. But what we don't be realizing sometimes, we create problems that don't necessarily exist, right? That are easy solutions if we just change the way we're thinking. And so a lot of times just really using other people as that soundboard to throw those ideas against can kind of help you. It's been countless times I thought that I was dealing with a problem that wasn't even a problem. I just needed a perspective shift. I just needed a perspective shift. And that perspective shift literally turned what I was considering a problem, an opportunity. And that is insane to me. Absolutely. Now imagine anybody who is listening to this conversation, right? It's funny when I remember Don, right? Before he did his first deal, when the first deal that we did together, I remember, and I was talking to him, I was saying, I wonder how many potential opportunities just like this, right? You never saw, because in your mind, that was a problem that was just unsolvable, or that was a problem that had no solution. And because you was exposed to new information, you saw that same exact problem. And that same exact problem became a $25,000 payout and solution for not just you, but also the seller that we was able to help get that deal off. Think about the power of what we just discussed right now.
Exactly. Just for sitting in the class, picking up some knowledge, hanging around with people who know. I saw a situation. I said, oh, this is what's going on here. I wouldn't have recognized it before. I used to believe that when I see all those signs that people buy houses, I really thought they bought the house.
Somebody bought it.
Perspective shift.
Perspective shift. I said, oh, I could do, I understand that play now. So I explained it to my client, and then they said, well, if this falls through, we'll let Don wholesale it because we trust him.
Nice.
And sometimes, it's crazy, but sometimes, right, that potential client or situation is only fit for you.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I probably wouldn't have been able to get that same deal that Don was able to get because of the relationship. Right. And it's a lot of opportunities that are specifically meant for you that nobody else can get. But if you don't connect yourself to the right solutions, right, or consistently educating yourself, like being in spaces like this, how would you even know?
I wouldn't know. That's why I'm here. Because somebody's going to say something, and then a situation will happen, and then my mind will go back to that and say, oh, let me call Byron. Let me call B. see what's up with this. See if there's anything here.
If you don't
So
mind me asking, how'd you get the lead?
They're clients of mine. I help them to pay off their mortgages cheaper, cut their interest costs, and they're getting ready to purchase a house, but they already own two. Okay, and then they couldn't purchase that third house without selling this one, so they were under the gun to sell it. And when we first got into it, they had 2 months. And then after getting into it, cut it to 1 and want to know if I could do it. And
See, that's what I was talking about, guys. Right there. That's how you get started in the business, right where you are. And in my opinion, more people can do it than they know. Like you don't have to, in my opinion, you don't have to change up your whole lifestyle, to do real estate investing or to do a wholesale deal or buy a rental property or do a fix and flip. You just start right where you are, like just like Mr. Don did. So that was the perfect example right there.
I like it.
It turned out great. So I'm looking at another deal. Byron, we're going to be talking about that today. I just need to let them know, unless I'm making X amount of dollars, I don't want to do the deal. So because we were looking at that, the budget for the rehab was too high, and so now it's not penciling out. So
And
we'll take a look at it.
Rehabs. You know how I feel about them rehabs. Listen. I am not listen. If I cannot put hands on a property, I'm not touching that. You hear me? Put it back on the market and see what it do.
Facts. Yeah, facts. No, I got a property that's been on the market for the last 4 months. I'm selling as is. And thank God I finally got a way out. So I'm still making 30 grand as is. And so not as much as I wanted to, but I'll shoot like, yeah, I'll take that.
You'd be surprised, Don, how much people are doing rehabs not out of opportunity, but out of ego.
Emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to be able to post a picture of what the property looked like before and after. They want to be able to put that on their Instagram more than they care about the opportunity.
Okay.
Don't always make sense.
Yeah.
That might be some.
That Instagram reel is more valuable to them than the opportunity itself. Sometimes you ain't got to put your hands on that property to be able to turn it into an opportunity.
I might be able to talk to them about that and say, listen, this deal, you might want to put it out there and still make quite a bit of money without having to, do the roof that you wanted to do,
Yeah, just sell it at a discount.
Yeah, sell at a discount.
Yep.
So
Mr. Don, reach out to me later on today. I just thought about something that we need to connect on. So I wanted to say that before we get too far. My fault. Go ahead, O.
Yes, sir.
Oh, no, you good.
We'll do that.
You good? You good? Byron, so one, or even Mr. Don, are y'all using AI in your business right now? And how are y'all using it?
you want me to go first?
Sure.
Yeah, my whole business is AI. Plugging those numbers into an AI situation so that we can optimize interest savings. That is what we're doing. We're using AI to every time I put something out on the internet now, I don't write it. AI writes it. So and it learns my style. So that has saved me a ton of time doing descriptions and writing letters or writing emails or whatever. The AI does that. But my main thing is our cloud-based AI computing platform that makes sure that you use the least amount of money to maximize your profits. And so it takes thousands of calculations to do that, thousands upon thousands. It's harder than people imagine it. And it's more work than people imagine. And a computer can do it in a second. So, and then once we get the thing trained, you can always count on whatever move you're making. It's already taken into account all the opportunity costs involved in saying this is your one right play. So if you have 10 variables, to consider, that's over 3 million different ways to combine those variables. One of them is optimum. The rest you're losing money on. So that's what our program does. So I'm using it every day.
I love it. I love it. So Juan, I like what you said earlier. So you say you pull a list of all the real estate in the area. I think that's real clever. I may have to use that myself.
Yeah.
The newsletters that you're creating, are you typing them out yourself, or VAs doing it, or are you using AI to come up with those newsletters?
A combination of another agent in the area, myself, and a virtual assistant. So I'm not using AI for those. So like one thing that we do in those emails is we have like an agent spotlight. So if an agent wants to be paid to be to be highlighted, then they can pay to be highlighted. And I literally just have them write up the email. Um, 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 One of my virtual assistants, she does some emails for me to help me out with my affiliate marketing, because of course we pitch Deal Machine and Carrot and those kinds of things.
Nice.
But as of right now, I'm still writing those. I'm not having AI do them. It's between me, Kirby, and my virtual assistant.
Nice. So are you using AI in any of your business right now at all?
Other than my education business, I'm using AI to send out messages to people, um, but like to get leads for mentorship, or to get leads for some of the classes that I hold. But in real estate, I'm still using good old people and software, but AI for education.
Gotcha. So we use the AI for our text message marketing. So we don't really respond. AI responds for us, and then if they're motivated, then it becomes a lead, and then we just give them a call.
Nice.
So during the day, we may set, hey, messages sent out between 8 and 12 a.m. Messages start to send out, and then once people respond, they use certain responses. They may say, hell no, get out of here. All right, cool. It goes on do not disturb. And they say, yes, I'm open to selling. AI continues to have a conversation with them. And then we get on the phone and then give them a call.
Nice. Which software are you using to do that?
Taskify, man. Taskify. CRM.
Taskify. Okay, awesome.
I want to kind of highlight that too, because it's actually
beautiful
better
thing.
than you. It's better than what you're thinking too.
Yeah.
I was because I was at the office, and Brian was kind of showing me what some of the messages say, and it was phenomenal, bro.
Like you.
The way it handled objections, bro, is crazy work, bro.
Okay.
It literally knows how to handle objections, knows how to handle difficult conversations. And I was blown away by it, bro. Blown away by it. It
And
will
it takes
definitely
its time to
continue.
respond too. It's not like it's an instant response, so you know it's a computer.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Man, that's what's up. I'll try it out. All right.
Yeah, it was better than what most people could even imagine. You know what I mean? Like,
We got a discount code too, man. You can use it. NSC.
Let's get it. Throw it in the
absolutely.
chat. Throw it in the chat so I can get it and other people can get it too.
I'll send it to you. I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know what it is. It may be in one of the descriptions.
I love it.
Well, I love it, man. So this is a question for Byron, man. How are you integrating sustainable green practices with your new developments?
That's a great question. So, I know for me, bro, like, man, listen, I was.
And why is green so important to you?
Why is it important? Yeah,
why
this
is
is
it so
good.
important to you? And then how are you putting them into your new builds? And then, so why you doing new construction too, or you just doing like heavy rehab?
Yeah, new construction. We literally just like bought the plan. So I'm in the very beginning stages. So I got 7 lots. The goal is to get 10, but I just bought my plans. Yeah. I just bought my plans to do it. So yeah, the specific lender, the specific private money guy that I'm using to build them, he wants me to do 10 at one time. So yeah.
You building to sell, you building to rent?
Well, my goal is to sell some to be able to keep, 2 or 3 of these. So a little bit of both.
That's my exact same play.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Byron. Why is the green so important to you?
So, man, like, bro, this is what I'm realizing about me, right? If I love something, right, I make money from the same thing that I love sometimes easier, right? And it just abundantly flows because I'm in flow, right? And it's a few things that I'm excited about when I look at construction, when I look at building new technology, integrating new technology into the build space. So number one is I feel like the practice, the way that construction is done right now is just very inefficient. It sets people up for failure because they don't handle their business and their books right. And as a result of that, they end up, stiffing somebody because the money get messed up, right? So number one, I want to come in and I want to bring that to the marketplace. Just overall integrity at a price point that most investors can afford. So that's number one. Number two, bro, the green space, bro, that's I'm excited about bringing air quality into the conversation. I think this is one of the things that nobody talks about as much, especially in the investment space. Air quality is critical. And so a lot of the new things that I'm looking to implement is bringing in ERVs, right? Bringing in dehumidifiers, right? Whole house dehumidifiers and MERV filters and different filters, right? To filter the air that we're breathing in, but also bringing in quality outside air into the house, right? Because what we don't realize is a lot of the air that we breathe in our houses now is still pollen filled, allergen filled air because we're not bringing in enough outside air, right? We're not bringing in enough fresh outside air. And as a result of that, bro, when you get sick, you stay sick longer, right? You constantly inhaling all of this junk, and just having a HVAC system is not good enough, right? So I'm passionate about increasing the quality of air in all of the new builds that we're doing. So, and I'm doing that, be honest with you, at a little bit of a loss, right? Because I could just easily just throw a regular HVAC system in there, right? Easily throw a regular HVAC system in there and command the same price. Hopefully the market will reward me for the things that we're bringing to it. But ultimately, I really believe that we need to increase our air quality, right? I really believe that we need to not be sitting in houses with mold growth that just because we can't see it, right? That don't mean we're not breathing it.
How long
you understand what I'm saying?
How long you think it'll take the market to actually appreciate what you're doing? Because
most people
not gonna care at the beginning.
Most people not gonna care,
But
right?
I think the government cares, though. I think there's a grant for that. I honestly, I think
They do have,
yeah. I've been talking to a lot of churches, and I've been talking to a lot of churches and investors that work with churches and stuff like that. But that right there, that sounds like a grant. That sounds like you should have a nonprofit, and it sounds like that somebody will pay you to help do this. That's what that sounds like. That's literally what I heard when you said that. But that's beautiful because we actually in our ducts, in our house, we actually just got like UV or whatever, and a bunch of stuff in our ducts to help the air quality in our house. We dealt with that at our last house. If somebody was sick, they stay sick longer, because of that, because of just what you're sucking up in the air. But yeah, anyway.
I think that program that Sawama be talking about, I think it's called a PACE program. If I'm not
The PACE program, yeah.
That's like with the windows, the type of insulation you have. It's like a green program.
Yeah. So I've looked into it, you know what I mean? And but the thing about more than anything, I just feel like it needs, we're also doing a lot of smart home technology as well, running Ethernet, Cat6 cable through all of the rooms, pre-wiring for that stuff, because a lot of that stuff is cheap. Well, I ain't gonna say cheap, but it's inexpensive but in compared to the value that it brings to people's lives is phenomenal. Thanks. Because you gotta understand, every year they're coming out with new Wi-Fi radio frequencies because the old one isn't strong enough, or people have hogged up too much of the space. And that's why we need to be bringing in that Cat6, right, to relieve some of our Wi-Fi and allow those things to run direct to the network, so your Wi-Fi can actually function like Wi-Fi, right? Wi-Fi was never meant to run cameras and Ring doorbells and gaming systems. It was never meant to run streaming podcast. It was never meant for that, right? Our building infrastructure never adapted to our growth, and so we just accepted that as a reality. But that was never supposed to be our reality, just by the way.
So we got too much on our Wi-Fi.
Absolutely.
That's big value on the sale, bro. That's
for real.
That's big value on the sale right there.
For real. It's not,
yeah, we're doing all of this stuff standard.
Everybody's cutting the cable and they're streaming. They're streaming to all the televisions now.
Yeah, them cables out of there. We pull out all TV cables out of all houses. They aggravated too. They stapled all over the soffit. Like if you buy old houses, the cable is 20 foot long, like in a room. Like, hey, what's going on? We gotta cut this out. Y'all run into houses like that?
Hey, yeah, all the time. I just clip them myself most of the time.
Like, come on, man. We can't do nothing with this, man. So, Byron, what role does smart home technology and advanced connectivity play with your upcoming projects? Is that the question you just answered?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, man, we haven't even really been able to recognize the potentials of it because we are not using it at a high enough level. Most people are just using Wi-Fi as their main source of internet connection. And, we haven't even been able to realize a lot of the speeds that we have access to just because we're running everything off of Wi-Fi, right? And so that's why I'm so adamant about making sure that every single home that I put hands on, I want it to have smart home technology running to the walls, right? And that way, we can have real access points, real speeds, so that way you can save money with your cable provider because you may not need that super fast internet speed. You don't need that. Why? If you get your house set up the right way, you could save on a lot of the things that we're spending ridiculous amounts of money on because our internet speeds ain't running fast enough, or we believe that they're supposed to be running faster.
So why with these new constructions you got going on, and also Byron, the designs that y'all doing, like with the architects, are y'all designing these houses to benefit people that work from home? Like to have a at-home desk or a built-in desk, built-in Ethernet. Are y'all building towards that, or y'all not really paying attention to?
Actually, Byron is way more innovative. But as of this point, Byron is way more innovative than I have. The plans that I bought was simply based off of what people prefer, buying, honestly. And I did make sure that my plans that I purchased. It's 2-story plans with a 1-car garage, master down on the bottom, and there is an office space. It was like an office slash, maybe kids could do homework area, but what is upstairs. So I did make sure that even for my Airbnbs, I make sure all of the Airbnbs have an office space, because that's just what people want these days. They want to be able to work from home if they can. Hence, I'm in my office space. Um, but I mean, have I spent a lot of time, designing that out? Absolutely not. I just work with the architect, and I said, hey, I work with my realtor, and I said, hey, what do people want on the new construction? I asked a few people what they thought about that. Work with an engineer to draw up plans, and I paid for it. So yeah.
You blow me away with the 1-car garage. They don't want 2-car garage.
Well, stats say that
1-car garage.
yeah. Well, just it doesn't change the price of the house.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So stats say that if you just put a garage, the extra cost, the extra cost for the second garage doesn't pay more than just having a garage. So, so like I said, I wasn't thinking, sustainable growth or anything like that. I was just thinking about what plan can I pay for the least amount of money? What house could I build for the least amount of money and get paid? So,
why, with that garage thing, I noticed a lot of people, as you're like, a lot of people use their garage for something else besides parking. It's storage, at-home gym, at-home office.
facts.
A lot of people don't even use garages for garages these days. Or if they have a double garage, the wife parks on one side, the other side is storage for the house.
Right.
Garage, play center for the kids. So I get that. I see it in my neighborhood. Every house is like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think we're still one of the few people that like backing up into the garage and going inside of the house. Yeah, because my mom definitely doesn't. She literally just got stacks and stacks and stacks of stuff, in her garage. It's just tables and chairs and Christmas decorations and
Because nobody want to go in the attic, man.
and she's getting older too. She's in her mid-50s now. She don't want to go to the attic and bring stuff out of the attic down.
Attic dangerous. My mom fell from the attic.
No, he didn't call mid-50s older. No, he didn't.
It is what it is. Honestly, 50 is one of those numbers I'm excited to get to, but but yeah.
Wow. I would say this though. I know that a lot of people are starting to work from home now. That's a thing.
Absolutely.
I don't know how long it's gonna last, you know what I mean? But I do think that
I think it's gonna be around for a while.
It's gonna be around for a while.
It makes more sense and it's cheaper for everybody. Like
absolutely.
The employer doesn't have to provide a desk. They don't have to provide more Wi-Fi. They don't provide a place for you to sit. They don't have to provide coffee for your drink. You know what I'm saying? So, and at the same time, it's cheaper for the employee. They ain't gotta put gas in the car. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gotta go buy no clothes. You know what I'm saying? They get their pajamas or whatever they sleep in and go to work.
I'm seeing a lot of companies do it, and maybe not full time at home. A lot of companies in my area, they're doing like the whole 2 days at home and 3 days in the office. And I think as long as companies can find a way to keep their productivity up, I don't think they'll care.
As long as the productivity is up,
because it helps with the team culture. Because team culture and production go hand in hand, and that's what like I said, our Airbnbs go crazy with the people that's here in town for business. So we got somebody booked in right now for a month. They're not a nurse. They're not a contractor. They work for Wrangler Jeans. They work for Wrangler Jeans, the distribution office. And she literally said she bounces around to different states for a month, helping all the different Wrangler Jeans, distribution offices. That's all she does. And so, so that's just a good sign for me for my niche of Airbnb and the work environment too.
Did your Airbnb business take a hit within the last 3 years?
Of course. It took several hits, but I think it's just continuously adjusting.
Talk to them about that, because
Yeah, I think it's
I'm not
continuous
gonna lie.
adjustment.
Me and Byron be like, what happened to the Airbnb game? It used to be Airbnb this, man. I just bought a mobile home is on Airbnb. I just bought an Airstream is on Airbnb. I just bought
A
a
pack of
rolling
bubble gum. It's on
It's
Airbnb. You know what I'm
Airbnb.
saying?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I definitely think it changed because number one, when COVID happened, of course, it hurt and helped all at the same time, and then when people started traveling, that did nothing but help, after COVID. And now all of the expenses are so high. I mean, eggs is $10, so it's tougher for people. It's tougher for people. And of course, for that Airbnb, for that landlord that has an Airbnb, he still needs to get that, he still needs to get his rate. He needs to get his best rate. Before a hotel, they can go, they got 200 rooms. They can go deep, So I definitely think there's like pivoting, but honestly, my one bedrooms are still averaging $2,500 a month. So um,
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
When I talk to people in really in the space, not like because okay. Let me preface by saying this the right way, because I don't want to offend nobody, right? But everybody that I talk to who are doing Airbnb, right, and they're just doing it, but they're doing it at they're experienced investors, right? A lot of them are saying they still making money on Airbnb.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
we're consistent. We staying in it. We're gonna figure it out. Something happens, we make a change. You know what I mean? Like I hate to keep. I feel like I keep preaching the same thing for the last couple of years, but like one of our best clients for the Airbnbs is alesolutions.com. And it ain't even no hard thing. They're just an insurance brokerage. When State Farm or Lytics or Farm Bureau has a client that has some kind of claim and they can't be in the house during that time, the insurance helps them find a place to stay and they pay for it. Like if you got an Airbnb and you are not on ALE Solutions, as
How
a
do you get?
client of there,
So you went on the website, like signed
I
up
wish
your
I could share
Airbnb?
my screen so I can show you how.
You can. You
Oh,
can.
you can.
It really is easy.
You can do that.
Hold on, how do I do that? This is present button right here.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
Oh
it.
my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, you on your way, brother.
Yo. So,
And insurance pay a lot too.
bro, they pay solid. They pay solid, and it's not even about. Here it is. It's not even about what the average rent is. They got somebody that they need to place ASAP. Okay, so this is ALE Solutions. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes,
Absolutely.
indeed.
Okay,
This is
so
nice.
this is alesolutions.com. As you can see, the nation's leading temporary housing provider for displaced families. Okay, and I believe it's down. Hold on. Nope. Register your property right here at the top. Register your property as housing.
Boy, I have to go ahead and take a picture of that.
This is not hard at all. Boom.
And they are
Register
in every state.
They are in every state in the United States, brother.
Well,
This
I'm telling you.
is it. Just register your property, and at that point, they're gonna start sending you emails.
How often you get emails?
Monthly.
What?
Yeah.
And they pay like $4,000 a
Wow.
month, huh?
Yeah. So for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, that's furnished, just like you have on Airbnb. Okay, they're paying me $3,800 for Florida Street. Yeah.
Wow.
And they're signing up on a 6-month lease and they're paying one payment.
And this is why we show up to No Stingy Energy. You feel me? Because somebody literally had this problem right now. Somebody is listening in with this particular problem and needed a perspective shift, and they just got one right now.
Hey, brother.
They just got one right now.
That's $22,000, $22,800 one time.
Yeah,
that's a $22,000 perspective
You good
shift
for the year.
That's what I told my mom. I said, Mom, if we don't get a booking for the rest of the year on Florida Street, we good.
You Gucci. My
good.
Jesus.
So they have all those rates on the website as well?
No, they send you. So because just like
insurance
insurance with the roofs, You know, they give you a scope of work, you know, just like they do on your roof. Exactly. And so, and as you know, with the roofs, you can also supplement.
Increase. Oh, we do that.
Come on now. Come on.
You can supplement it with the housing as well, too. I'm sure you can.
Yes, you can supplement it with the housing. You can supplement it with the appliances. You can supplement it with the furniture that you provide. You can supplement it with they damage something. The same way you do with the roof, you know. If you got additional waste on your roof, you know, you can just, you know, supplement for that additional waste. If you had to get an additional dumpster, you was estimating for 2 dumpsters, you had to get 3. Same thing with the housing. Same thing with the housing. We ain't got to.
They cut that check, no problem, dog.
Exactly. We ain't got to go there today.
As long as you fill it out, the supplement correctly, how they want it, boom, here you go.
Absolutely.
And the crazy thing is, insurance, they know they have a certain cap, but they never gonna tell you we really have 50,000 for this problem, but you accepted 25, we cool.
Exactly. We ain't gonna go there today, y'all. And we can't go there. But that's a play. Matter of fact, I don't think I done dropped a few plays on you.
Yeah. My Jesus.
Hey, this is a beautiful play though. If you go back to that website, if you don't mind, man. Let's go back.
It's alesolutions.com. ALE. So I'll drop it in the chat too.
Yeah, man. Cause you helping somebody this morning. But actually, my cousin has a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. He actually renovating right now. I'm just telling him you might as well do this play instead of putting it on the regular rent. Buy some furniture. Nah. I got a question with that. What type of furniture are you buying for these houses? Are you going the Wayfair route? You going some decent furniture? You going the cheapest furniture?
Facebook Marketplace, bro.
Ooh.
Facebook Marketplace. You know, and shoot, you know, hey, I'm going Facebook Marketplace. I'm going into Facebook groups on, like, you know how they have the Airbnb, you know, kind of groups. You know, a lot of people aren't taking it seriously. They're not doing it full time. So some people selling a whole house suit, you know. So, but I'm going Facebook Marketplace. It ain't. I'm piecing stuff together, bro. I'm piecing stuff.
Could you show us one of these listings that you have? Yeah. Let's check it out.
Yeah, of course. Hold on.
Hey.
Yeah, man. I like a visual.
Yeah, a little visual situation. You know what I'm saying?
It's a great show here, man.
Oh, bro. Where the money reside. Where the money reside. You know what I'm saying? Listen, again, it's just perspective shifts. We just looking for perspective shifts today, that's it.
Bruh, this is crazy because you can have a vacant house right now, spend an extra $3,000, if that, on furniture and make $22,000 in 6 months.
That's about what I do on my. On my 1-bedrooms. I spend about $3,000.
Yeah. And you get to do it before it become popularized and people start selling courses on it, and then the play messed up because somebody done something goofy in multiple states on multiple occasions a month.
What's crazy, this has been around for years. Like, regular people don't know about this.
And then, you know, sometimes plays, what I'm realizing, sometimes these plays, man, they get out there too much, man, and people mess up the play, bro.
Right. And I would, since we're talking about where the money resides in real estate 2024, I'm going to say this. You want to build a business around insurance. Like with Sawan got housing, what I have roofing. You want to build a business, especially if you're in an area like on the coast where they have a lot of hurricanes. Bro, we got hurricanes all the time. So if I'm in the insurance business, insurance will keep me open, bro.
Absolutely. What we got here, Sawan?
Absolutely. So this is my direct booking website. I was trying to think, where should I go? Airbnb, VRBO, and I was like, I'll just go to my direct booking website. But we can go to this one right here. So this one right here, the only thing I bought brand new was the TV. These 2 chairs. I got these 2 chairs you get from Amazon. You get the pair for them for $275 on Amazon.
Yeah, you can always trust the TVs on Facebook.
Absolutely. This one right here, this couch right here, I got off of Facebook Marketplace, and this rug I got off. Actually, I got this couch, I got this rug, I got that artificial plant, I got this bed, and I got this table right here, and this rug, all from the same person. I think I paid like $1,500, for all of that right there. And
Pretty clean.
this one right here just got booked for a month. Like I said, by that lady from Wrangler. So yeah. Yeah, this one just got booked. This is just a 1-bedroom, 1-bath over on Law Street by A&T, right downtown, for $2,800. So yeah,
It's
it's
just
just
way
a
better than a hotel.
it's a duplex too. Let me see if I have any outside pictures. Here it is. It's a duplex. This is what it looks like. Nothing crazy.
I remember you posting this on Instagram about
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. I bought it. I guess I bought it about 3 years ago. Ain't nothing fancy at all. It's super basic. I always put some kind of plant in there. I always, do some kind of this is a beanbag. This is a beanbag mattress. So the whole thing with short-term rentals is trying to, get a bunch of people to sleep there. So this pulls out into a mattress on the floor, and you can sleep too. So
The beanbag that?
yeah, this is beanbag, and I got it, bro. These are awesome. They're about $300, but you can pull out the mattress. I got in the closet over here. I got an extra set of sheets, and boom, boom, boom. But yeah.
Hey man, look, I got a question. If y'all learning something today, like the video. Let me see. What the likes look like. Y'all probably a little stingy with the likes.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh, them beanbags and knock your ass out, boy. Let me tell you.
They absolutely will.
Some bitches get the hug and the way you be. Whoa, wait a minute, I'm gone.
They make them in an extra large too. They make
they knock your ass out.
You need 2 people to pick them up, but you get in that thing has
you dive off into one of them joints with a nice pillow and a cover situation, boy. It's a wrap for you, boy.
You out of there.
Oh, you gone, bro. You gone.
I still we got Shay on. Shay, are you signed up with their website with the insurance? Because she just got somebody just rented her Airbnb out for insurance, and she in Houston. And they paying a nice bag too. And so while we was talking about is their house burned, and guess what? They needed somebody to fix up the house.
Yeah,
She was like, I know somebody can fix it up. So she became the contractor on the house, and now she about to get paid from the construction work.
Oh,
so she eating twice from the insurance company.
That's how you. That's how you do it, bro. And see, one thing I learned from Kim McElroy's video, and I knew this already, but it was more like a confirmation. But this video was his 15 streams of income. And what I've realized is that these high-level guys, you can do it at a small level too, but they own the acquisition company. They own the construction company.
Vertically integrated.
They own the funding company. They own the development company. They own they own the roofing company. They got the cleaning company. They got the investment firm. They got the syndication. They got all the things that their main company that they started with, they got all of those companies. So that way the money circulates around throughout their companies, and they're collecting a fee for every they
bill each other.
It's amazing. It's amazing, bro. It's amazing. And especially with insurance, because we do our roofing company here. I'm sure it ain't nothing like y'all's, because I keep ours pretty small. We just work with our our VIP buyers, but it's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
The insurance game is so crazy because a lot of people don't know that insurance is there to cover anything. Like, a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
If something, let's just say their refrigerator leak, their floor get all messed up. Man, I got to go to Home Depot and fix this myself. No, that's the insurance claim. Somebody steals your AC unit. That's the insurance claim. But tree fall on your house, that's the insurance claim.
Sure.
Like we pay insurance every month and we don't utilize what it's there for.
They banking on people not using it.
Most people don't use it. So how you think they're so profitable?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So this is the game. So let's see what else we got, man. What else we got? What's your thoughts about office spaces in commercial?
I
don't
think this is what I think. I'm gonna make a prediction because nobody really knows. Nobody really knows. But let me tell you what I'm seeing more of. Right, I'm seeing businesses, right, that were struggling during the pandemic start to gain more of a footing. I'm seeing this happen. I'm seeing people going back out to movies again. Oh, people are going to go watch movies.
I just watched Bad Boys.
You just went to go watch Bad Boys, right? I'm seeing a lot of companies wanting to bring people back into office. So my personal prediction, bro, is that we will come back to kind of what we were before the pandemic. Now, will we be officially there? I don't believe we ever will go all the way back to pre-pandemic levels in terms of office participation, but I do think people are coming back into them offices, bro. And office will make somewhat of a resurgence. I believe that.
So with the office, you got to realize a lot of companies got to foot the bill to keep them open.
Yeah.
Like
now, a lot of people gonna lose money though. A lot of people finna go for a lot of people gonna go belly up, and that's gonna be a good thing because I think we got too much office space, right? And some of it needs to be reutilized, repurposed. Some of it needs to, some people, bro. People don't realize, bro. When businesses go out of business, bro, I think a lot of times we put too much stock in the one to save everything, bro. Some stuff needs to die so new things can emerge.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times we don't get the emergence until the death, bro. It just is what it is, bro. Stuff needs to die, like so that new things can come into the marketplace, new ideas can come into the marketplace, things that serve people at a higher level can come into the marketplace. But it can't if you still got you holding on to every little bitty thing that's dead that nobody really wants.
Absolutely. So you know what's crazy that is, in 2000, I think 22 was like the office space is dying, and then you started to see all these WeWorks pop up, but those are filling too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. During all of this whole office jumbo, I decided I was like, well, forget it. I don't know why I got an office because I got houses. So my office is now in one of my houses. So I don't know why that didn't click before now because I mean a 3-bedroom,
way cheaper.
3-bedroom house sounds like three offices. So I can put 2 desks in each one. And it's cheaper. My mortgage on the house is my mortgage on the house is like $675 or something like that. So I don't know, but I just saw Roy Carroll, which is one of the biggest investors in our area, building another one. So I'm just like
building another office,
building a brand new one, It's a little mixed use, and I don't know if it's for him or not. It's a little mixed use. So he got like storefronts on the bottom. He got offices on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th floor, and then he got condos above that. So,
I think that makes sense because the debt is still gonna be paid by the condos, I'm sure, and the office space at the bottom, like the suites or whatever.
Yeah,
it's a safer play from an investment standpoint for sure.
Yeah. I think strictly office. I think that shit a little dangerous. I think suites isn't bad, like 3 suites. Because if you do suites, you can do like an insurance company, a dentist office, and like a barbershop. That's like essential businesses that needs an office.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, my sister, she just opened up a salon suite. She renting booths for like nails, hair, and waxes. She doing better than I thought she was gonna do. So,
now you ain't believe in sis. Come on.
No, I believed in her. I gave her some money to do it. I just didn't know if it was gonna work.
Yeah.
So salon suites always work because it's all essential businesses and they need a space. Like you can't legally
like a daycare.
You can't do hair in your house, lashes in your house. You know what I'm saying? So they need a space, and most people don't like working with other people. So you can rent out 150 square foot, and now you got your own company, your own business, and you by yourself.
Yeah, office suites for essential business, bro, is pretty. I'm not saying it's foolproof, but nothing really is. Other than traditional housing, and even that, depending on the area,
Facts.
you still got some
You
vacant
had it.
houses out there.
Facts.
They got a lot of vacant houses.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Well, that's most houses that's vacant is pretty much they probably fucked up and they need a lot of repairs and they don't have the money to repair it.
Yeah, I just rented maybe like 6 houses over the last month. It was crazy how fast they all went. Because before I got them even done, people dropping off deposits. And,
Wow.
and yeah, so I mean, there's definitely a need for housing out here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And housing crazy, bro. One of my I gotta go up on my rents, but I just realized Mr. Jesus, he told me, that's one of my contractors. He told me that a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. I live in Greensboro, North Carolina, y'all.
Probably 1,100.
Bruh, $1,450, the 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. Okay. Now I just got an apartment, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, rented for $1,200. So I thought that was good. But when he told me $1,450, I said, golly,
Damn.
It's
he
real.
rented 3 twos for $1,890. And it's just like, ooh.
And when you first got into real estate, the 2 windows were how much? About 700, 600, 650,
700, 750
all day.
all day long.
So within 5-6 years, the shit didn't double.
Oh yeah. Since 2018, bro. That's bro. I think 1,200 is phenomenal. But like I said, I'm going through my rent roll now because we're taking back over property management, and some of them are still low. I definitely will say some of them are still in that 750, 800 that I'm gonna do my
Why
best.
are you taking back over property management for the because I'm pretty sure there's some money that resides there too. Or is it something else?
Well, so there's a couple
Own his
different
own
reasons.
company.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Number one, I want to own my own company. Number two, this is one way I'm integrating my wife in. And like I said, and number three, my main goal right now is putting a lot of attention on paying off our house. I know I'm making a lot of goals around paying off our house, but that's like important to me right now. So yeah, so that's why we're bringing back property management. Yep.
Property management. Yeah, my wife do that. That's a whole job, boy.
It is. Oh, it's a whole job. Whole job. Whole job.
Shit, hey,
old wife don't be playing, boy. She don't be playing with them tennis. I heard
not
her
at
once.
all.
Hey,
Not at
no
all. I'm
slack.
talking about
No
the
slack.
day, the next morning after we got married, she's on the call. She had like 4 calls. I'm like, man. And then I'm on the other side. Hey, we need this fixed, we need that fixed. Like, man, leave me alone, right?
Yep. I ran property management for us until we hit about like 30. It was like 30 something. And then that's when I passed it off. But honestly, I went through like, 3 property managers to get to the last one. And they, and I still think we're gonna do a better job, or did a better job than they did. So that was struggles in itself. But once again, like I said, you learn from other people that's doing it better than you. And that video, that inspiration I got from Ken last night, it was just like another confirmation, seeing that.
Is the last one you posted?
It was I don't know if it was the last one that he posted or not, but it was Ken McElroy's 15 streams of income. Yeah, 15 streams of income. And I'll grab the link and put it in the chat. But yeah, I think you guys already know that's you be vert, in order to free yourself up easily, because we can make money. Anybody can make $1 million, but the way you manage your money, how long you can keep that money, that's what business is about. Creating a company and then training somebody to run that company for you. Then you go out and create your other company and training somebody to run that for you. That's amazing. And that's amazing.
It's funny. I was listening, just to pivot on that conversation. I was listening to something on Instagram, or somebody sent me something, and it was a Slim Thug, and he was talking about that.
He was talking.
He's
Yeah,
talking
I
about
know.
how a lot of people think, man, they just need $1 million. You know what I'm saying? If I just get $1 million and they be thinking that $1 million is going to save the day, right? And what people don't realize, number one, is $1 million, right?
Ain't no
You'll
money.
run through $1 million so quick before you know it, because it's not the money,
Right.
it's the mentality.
Right.
Yeah. So what it is, bro, it's like it's never the money that is our problem. It's the mentality. What we already have, that is the problem, because what you don't understand is you can make $200,000 a year and live a financially free lifestyle if you learn to accept certain things and you adjust your mentality centered around money and expectations.
And
It's
learn
not the
though.
money amount. It's a lot of $1 million earners that are broke. But people
Yeah.
don't recognize that because they think, oh, I see a big number, or I see big things, I see nice things, and I automatically assume that this person is living their best life. But it's not the truth. It's the mentality centered around that money that makes all of the difference. What's your thoughts on that? I thought it was a pretty profound statement.
Yeah, I think Slim Thug be saying a lot of good things because he like another thing that he said is he's an independent rapper. He make way more money than people that's signed to major labels
Facts.
because everything you do is a debt to the label. He get 100% of everything that he put out. So that's
Facts.
another thing. Is actually owning stuff. It's important. But yeah, like what you said, they got a lot of people that make a lot of money out there, but their expenses line up to the dollar amount that they make. So if they make $1 million, they got $1.1 million in expenses. So they're really drowning. You know, when it comes to all the bills, they gotta have a nice car, or they may have to have 2 nice cars. They gotta have a
Yeah.
nice house. You know what I'm saying? They gotta go on vacations. They can't fly commercial. They gotta do private jets.
Well,
So,
I honestly see this conversation is like it's tough for me because like I
Talk
think
about
it's
it.
I think it's about what you want. Okay, don't feel bad if those are the things that you want, guys. But at the
yeah,
same
you
time,
should want that.
it's about what you want. Okay, it really is because so we have a cleaner that comes and cleans. And for when I was with Byron, low key I started to feel bad about talking about my lifestyle because that's just how people train us, you know. But like we have a cleaner that come and clean our house. Mr. Irvin, he drops off prepared meals for for me and my wife, and we get 2 additional ones so the kids can split. And he does that we order on Fridays, he drop them off on Mondays. And but that's what I actually want. I don't want my wife to have to cook, every meal for 6 kids every day, even though she is a stay-at-home mom. I don't want her to feel like she's stressed because I mean we got 8 people in this house. Imagine how many socks we got. I don't
Wow.
want her to feel like she got to match up all of them socks and be stressed about it. But that's just what I want. So I'm willing to pay for those things. But at
You don't
some
want to
point,
clean it up either. Shit, that's a lot of cleaning.
yeah,
Get the
it
cleaner to come in.
really is. And so you got to decide what you got to decide what you want, and if that's what you want, then hey, be willing to pay that price in time, energy, and effort and money. But if you don't want those things because you're not willing to pay that price, then just be okay that you don't want that. And you don't have to chase that because that's not what you want. That's how I, that's really how I look at it.
I
Yeah.
think Byron the same way.
Yeah. It's just, I pay for those conveniences as well. You know what I'm saying? I got a cleaner, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get my meals prepped, you know what I mean? Like all of the things, bro. I'm with you. And I
Right.
think but I'll be honest with you, bro. I do it because ultimately, if you want, put like this is
Pay
a
for to
gem
get
for
your
everybody.
time back.
Bro, number one, you get your time back. Number two, I don't want my wife, going that hard too. Number three, meal prepping, bro, and paying a chef to me is cheaper than going out to eat all the time, right? And or taking the
Healthier.
risk on eating unhealthy food as a result of having to go and grab something real quick. you actually end up saving over time much more by just doing it that way. Having a cleaner, bro, come on, bro.
bro.
Like, come on, bro. Like that to me, that's a savings. A lot of people look at that
Who
as
wanna
like,
clean? Nobody.
huh?
Say who wanna clean? Nobody.
Not, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though, bro. When you look at, I will straighten up, but deep clean for what?
For sure. The blinds, the
Come
fan,
on, bro.
the
Deep clean.
baseboards, you know,
Like, who got time
just
to
hanging
deep
on your
clean,
wall.
bro?
Come on now. Come on, bro. Listen, last year when we first got this house, I keep about 7.5 acres cut. Okay. I keep about 7.5 acres cut. And I don't know if you guys ever cut that much grass, but that's a day and a half worth of grass.
Yeah.
But these guys come out here for $4.50 a cut. Okay, they get it done in 5 hours. 4 guys, 2 on weed eaters and 2 on mowers, and they get it done in 4 hours. That's the best $4.50 I spend every 2 weeks.
How much acres you got?
I got 22.
God.
Yeah.
Dang.
Bro, that right there, I'm like, yes, you better do that. You better do that.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, you got a whole situation going on.
Yeah,
Bro. I
he's
ain't
a
know that.
compound, boy. I wouldn't live on a compound like that, bro.
And it's look, listen, but you know, yes, I'm grateful to have it, but you know, Kendall, I was just talking about him, one of my investors down there in Dallas, he got 480 acres.
Crazy.
480 acres.
Imagine that grass bill.
Exactly, bro. One of the guys across the street, Mr. McCarter, he got 260 acres.
My
You know,
Jesus.
and listen, this is what we're talking about today. Okay, the people that you hang around determines your normal. Okay, over here, I got a camper. My neighbor got a camper. Mr. McCarter got a camper. Over here, I got a 4-wheeler. In the hood, I'm the shit. Okay, they got fucking $30,000 side by sides that seat 6 people. Okay,
Crazy.
and 2 golf carts. Yeah.
It's
So
levels.
You need to upgrade your regular.
you need to change your normal. You need to change your normal, because your normal, you know, is somebody else is amazing. Somebody else is amazing.
Somebody else's dream.
You know what I'm saying? And so over here, what I'm doing, I'm the little guy. I really am.
I got a question about that.
Yeah.
Because I got to deal with the same thing. How does that change the way your kids think? When they go with their cousins, their family members, because like, hey,
that's what I want to know.
Yeah, well, that's the hardest part. That's the hardest part is you know, because now your kids are labeled a city kid.
Bougie.
Bougie. Yeah, and that's literally what her uncle, you know, my wife's brother called her. You know, they had a little sleepover in Ohio a couple weeks ago during the summertime, and one of the kids was getting in Amina's face, and Amina didn't like it, you know, and so she called us and Pooh said that she was bougie, and it's like, no, please don't say that. You know, she has a higher standard than that little kid. Y'all need to get that little badass kid out of there.
Just like that.
Yeah, no, but your kids end up developing this new standard. They really, they expect you to have a bigger car. They expect to go to a nicer place. They, you know, now $100 is not. So when my dad will try to give the kids $10, they said, give me 100. They say, give me 100. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because you're just training them, you know, to have a new standard. They see how much money daddy gives mommy, and so it's just like, hold on, I can't take $10, you know. And now I'm sure I'm gonna have to deal with some of the repercussions of that as they get into years, you know. But I think I got a solution for that. So every kid gets 3 houses, and essentially when they get into their teen years, when they get to high school, I'm training them on how to manage it. When they turn 18, I'm actually deeding it to them, and then it's up to them to grow it, you know, or mess it up.
You gonna give it to them? So your plan is to give it to them paid off, or whatever mortgage they have, they get that too?
You know, that's a good question. I haven't really thought of that far out. So right now, all of the houses that I have for them, everybody has the houses right now. They're all subject to. So So I haven't thought about it that far. So maybe I'll give them with the mortgages. Maybe I'll pay them off. I haven't really thought about that yet. But as of right now, they all have their houses. They're all in trust, and all the kids, are listed as beneficiaries on those right now.
Because I don't think it would be bad to give them houses. They may have a mortgage or two because that's going to teach them discipline to pay the mortgage.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
I think
they're gonna
this might be a
paid off by then, though. Honestly, because all of my kids are still fairly young. So
shit.
Refi.
Refi. Hey, this is my money.
Hey, y'all sort it out. Y'all sort it out.
A lot of wealthy people do that, though. A lot of wealthy people do that.
Yeah. Y'all sort it out. Listen.
When you refi and take that money out, what's the tax implications?
None.
Zero.
Yeah, that's a beautiful play. It's a beautiful play.
So going back to what you was talking about earlier, is a lot of wealthy people, they put life insurance on all the debt that they have, and when they die, it gets paid off, and then they refinance, take all their money back, and then they do it again.
Absolutely,
it cycles.
Absolutely,
and that's what wealthy people do. That's how you keep the money growing.
Absolutely. No, I think it's amazing. Just just thinking about see, like this right here, I don't even see this as a podcast. Like right now, I feel like this is just the guys who I need to be hanging around. Yeah, I think this is just guys that I need to be hanging around that's like-minded, that's going to hold me accountable, that's going to teach me something new that I'm not doing, or teach me something that they're doing that I can use, because I don't signed up for Taskify. I don't know if you noticed, you had said something about PACE program, so I had searched it. I think
I see
this right here is what everybody should be striving for, finding a new normal, find a little small niche group of people, who don't mind thinking courageously, going big, believing in God, and killing it for yourself. So y'all dope. I said it down there in Texas. Y'all dope. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Man, appreciate it, man. We feel the same way about you, bro.
Right.
You're doing major things, bro. And it's inspirational. It's, and it's a blessing. It's definitely a blessing, man. You done, you know what I mean? Man, I appreciate you, brother.
I think we need to connect more, though. Like all the people in the community of real estate, I don't think we connect as much as we should.
No, that's a fact.
Absolutely. Me and Don, we're about to jump off of this call after this, and we're gonna talk about him helping me pay off my house. I'm literally about to make a $40,000 payment, and so when you jumped on, I was like, dang, he could just tell me when is the best time to make that $40,000.
Absolutely.
And so.
And you may not put all $40,000 on the house. Think about this, because every time you make a move, you have to think about, what am I getting for the move? And what am I not getting by putting that money somewhere else? So if I'm looking at putting it on the house, I only do it for one reason, and it's not to pay off the house. Is to save the interest I am now paying. Because if all of your debt was 0% interest, is there any financial benefit to paying off the house?
Not at all.
Okay. So if I'm going to put this money on the house, I'm going to say, okay, how much money am I going to save in interest by doing that, compared to how much money could I make by investing that money? So we're going to take a look at both of those.
Absolutely.
Right. That's a fact. I love it, man. I love it.
Beautiful conversation.
Any final words, man? Any final words you got? What you got, Sawan?
Man, no, this has been great. I'm glad you guys got me up this morning, talking about this. Like I said, I need good reasons to wake up, but for whatever reason, if you guys want to connect with me, because I'm looking to, add, guys like this to my circle that want to level up in life, that want to do something, and shout out to all of my men on here married, because Mr. Don, you married too. Shout out to all of the guys that's married. But if you guys want to reach out to me, you can just reach out to me on Instagram at This Is Me Taking Action. I'm definitely looking to create a community of people, who want to level up in life and use real estate to do that.
I love it, man. I love it. I got a question for me. The house that you got it subject to, or you bought it with regular loan?
Bruh, come on now. You really got to ask this kind of question now. You get, of course, I bought it creative. I bought it creatively. I bought it seller finance.
That's your second, because then you bought a house. You bought a house about 4 years ago too, right?
Yeah. So
and that was supposed to be your dream house.
Okay, so you on Clubhouse out. What I was doing was I was trying to show my journey. Okay, so that very first house, I don't know if this is what you're talking about, but this very first house, it was a 5,000 square foot house, came with 5 acres, and I got this guy to agree to seller financing. Okay, and that guy, I didn't, for whatever reason, I didn't have the faith. I ended up selling that contract. Okay, and so after that, I kind of, after that, I continued to make offers on bigger properties and whatnot, and we ended up here. But yeah, so you definitely, yeah. What I was doing on Clubhouse is I was trying to showcase that you could, because I had this whole thing. I wanted to do this for a while, but that you could not just do this with hood houses. You don't have to just buy a bunch of, you don't have to buy a bunch of houses in the hood. You could buy something that's already pretty. Like this house was built in 2009.
Yeah. I know Paige did the same thing for his personal house and his second house.
Oh yeah.
So what you pulled the list for what you wanted, like what you desired in the house?
Exactly.
And just
yep. Okay, I went to listsource.com, and well, first of all, me and my wife talk about what we wanted. That's so shout out to y'all that's married. So yeah, we talk about what we wanted: bedrooms, baths, square footage, acreage, and then when you know what you want, you just go to ListSource and you put that in and you create your list based off of that. And of course, you need to know the area that you want. So you can even in ListSource, you can add the city or zip code, and dumb down your list. And then of course you use whatever tool you want to use to market to those people.
Gotcha. Man, I love it, man. We appreciate you coming in today, man. You dropped a lot of value. I'm sure you changed a few people's lives, man.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So it was great to have you here this morning, man.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be on, brothers. Anytime y'all need me, just let me know. I'll make it a priority.
Yes, sir. Likewise. Well, you have a good day, man. Appreciate you. Mr. Don, any final words?
Listen, man, keep doing what you're doing. I learn a lot every time I come in here. I want to get into, I'm getting into this real estate thing more and more. I help my clients own property. So now it's time for me to, return the favor to myself so that we can own more and do more. And being in a space like this actually helps us to, to create a game plan. So I appreciate you guys, and I'm gonna keep coming. I'm gonna keep learning, keep taking notes. Oh no! Wait a second, and keep implementing.
That's it. That's the most important piece.
Absolutely.
Hey man, we happy to have you here today, man. We had a lot of people join today. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, show us some love. Go to nostingyenergypodcast.com, get y'all some gear. I know it's hoodie. It's a little hot outside, but I may need to put the hoodie on to go work out. I mean, you may want to lose some weight a little bit. It's summertime. But make sure y'all go and also check out Sawan's podcast, because he does have a podcast on our channel.
Yeah.
Check out that video he dropped. I actually put the link in the chat with Ken McElroy, 15 streams of income, billionaire. Make sure y'all check that out, man. And if y'all need any assistance from me, let me know. You want to learn how to get into real estate, y'all can text that number that's going down the screen at the bottom. Text wealth to that number. We actually have a new group about to start, so text wealth to 337-381-0208. You can get in the mentorship. Byron, you got any final words?
Absolutely. So I do want to make a couple mentions. We are making some subtle
pivotal changes.
You know what I mean, to the channel, because what we realizing, folk, is that YouTube, and Clubhouse are different, right? So YouTube and Clubhouse are different. So we're having to learn how to be better at being YouTubers opposed to Clubhousers. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so as a result of that, we're testing out a lot of different strategies and a lot of different approaches to how we do this thing. I also personally want to invest a little bit more time into really focusing on building content as well. Right. So I'm going to be doing a lot more, content personally on just building, because I'm starting something new and I'm experiencing a lot of new things that I want to personally share that I think a lot of people will get a tremendous amount of value out of. And so I'm going to be sharing a lot more of that. And so it's a couple things we're going to be changing in terms of how we release videos here. So I just want y'all to bear with us. The channel will continue to be the same, but we will have some implementation changes that we're looking to kind of put into the mix. And as we get those changes, we're going to let y'all know. We're going to let y'all know. So definitely stay tuned to your emails, your text messages once we get that back active, and we'll let you know as these different changes start to take place. But I just wanted to put that out there so people can know that we are wanting to become better at the YouTube game opposed to just the Clubhouse game. And then also, I want to also start putting out a lot more personal content on this building process, like I promised, because I just feel like, I'm excited about it. I literally spent like 8 hours, 8 to 9, maybe even 10 hours straight just on estimating and learning and different things of that nature for a couple of the clients that we're working with on the new construction stuff. And so I just found myself extremely excited about, doing that work, right? And adding that value, like all of the different things that I was telling you guys about, in terms of, the things that we're bringing to the marketplace with, energy, air quality, and all smart home technology, all of those things. I'm just really, really passionate about bringing those things to the marketplace, along with, integrity back into the contracting space. I feel like for too long, we have accepted the fact that contractors can just run off with somebody money and it not be no consequences. We've accepted the fact that you can't trust contractors whenever you're doing a build or doing new construction or whatever. And I just believe that we don't have to accept that as a reality. And instead of me talking about it, I'm going to be about it, and I'm going to jump into the space so I can make sure that that's not a reality that we have to become accustomed to as investors, right? And so I want to share that journey. So I'm going to be sharing a lot more of that. So definitely stay tuned to this page as well as my personal page as well, and on Instagram, because I'm going to be sharing that journey. So yeah, that's what I want to kind of share with everybody.
I love it, man. I love it.
Yes, indeed.
That's what we are, man. So that being said, we out of here, man. We appreciate y'all.
Hey, what's up, everybody? A lot of people struggle in their business when it comes to real estate or just any business in general. Reason being because they probably using a pen pad, Excel sheet. You got to realize you got to treat your business like a business. Make sure you check out Taskify CRM. It's a CRM system. It texts and drips campaign, email. You can actually sign contracts within your CRM. I use Taskify CRM. If you want to check out the CRM that I use right now, make sure you check out that QR code, scan it with your phone. It'll show you inside of what we're using today. If you want to take your business to the next level, check out Taskify CRM. Peace.